Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you my to-be-read pile for February and March of 2020. So before I head into what I'm going to be reading for February and March, let's talk about what happened for December and January. I managed to get everything read from December and January. I think everything I pretty much enjoyed. Reviews will be coming out sometime soon, within the next couple months. And yeah, I actually ended up finishing the last TBR. I ended up finishing that like a couple weeks early, so I was like, I'm gonna get started on my next TBR, you know? And yeah, this TBR, you guys, for February, March, it's a bit of a doozy. It's gonna look like a lot. Trust me, it's gonna look like a lot, but once you see what I have, it's not really going to be too terribly much. So yeah. I guess to start off with, the latest compendium for The Walking Dead came out, and that is the last compendium where the entire arc of The Walking Dead is over. So, in preparation to reading the final compendium, I'm going to reread all of the other compendiums, yeah guys, and that's a lot of reading. So let's start off. Let's see. What am I starting off with? So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be going here with The Walking Dead. So I have compendium number 1 here. Yes, a big gigantic book. And then the next one is compendium number 2, obviously, another gigantic book. And then we got compendium number 3 right here, which, good lord, this one almost feels bigger than the other ones. And then, like I said, I got compendium 4, which I have not read. I've read the other compendiums so far, so yeah, this one is going to be brand new to me, so I just wanted to reread the other compendiums because there's just so much that I've forgotten, and I can't compare it to the TV series. You know, I can't compare it to the TV series because on the TV series, some people are dead who are alive in the comics, and on the TV series, there's some people who are alive but they're dead in the comics. So it is. I've lost track and gotten a little confused about, you know, differences between a book to screen, essentially. But yeah, compendium 4 will be new for me. I can't wait to get to this. And I almost forgot, as part of the Walking Dead universe, I'm also going to be reading this little small book right here called Here's Negan. And to my understanding, this is like a prequel to Negan. Negan is one of the big villains of The Walking Dead. So I'm probably going to read this actually in between compendiums 3 and 4, because that's when this was published, was between 3 and 4. So that'll be a good time to read this. And yeah, like I said, that looks like a lot, you guys. You're sitting there thinking, good lord, that's a lot of reading. But, because the compendiums are over 1,000 pages each, okay? They're over 1,000 pages, so yeah, I got way over 4,000 pages to read here. But yeah, they're graphic novels, and I can read a lot in one sitting when it comes to a graphic novel. So yeah, realistically, these books are only going to take me probably about a week and a half to read. So yeah, just because they look huge, they're not going to take me too terribly long, fortunately. So that does still leave me room for a little bit more reading time sometime in March, once I finish The Walking Dead books. I'm going to be so sad when I finish The Walking Dead. Yeah, guys, I'm going to be very, very sad, because then it'll be truly over. But hey, I still got the TV series, even though it's wildly different at this point. So yeah, what do I plan on reading after The Walking Dead? I'm not going to read too much, because some more books I have here are also some pretty lengthy books. if this is still a thing, the next Cassandra Clare book is coming out March 3rd. To my knowledge, that's what Goodreads says. It says that it's coming out March 3rd. It's going to be the start of a new trilogy that Cassandra Clare is putting out. And the book is going to be called Chain of Gold, I think. The book is going to be called Chain of Gold, and it's going to be part of a series called The Last Hours, something like that. So what I'm going to do in preparation for that next book that Cassandra Clare is coming out with, I'm going to get caught up with some other books by Cassandra Clare that I have neglected so far, and yeah, read those and then read the new book when it comes out. So yeah, I'm going to read this book right here, The Red Scrolls of Magic, and this is book 1 in The Eldest Curses. And I don't know too terribly much about this book. I mean, it just has Cassandra Clare's name on it. That's why I picked it up. I love the Shadowhunter universe, and I know that this follows two fan favorite characters, Magnus Bane and Alec Lightwood. I love those two characters. I love their relationship. So yeah, I'm going to read this book and get caught up on this series. And then I'm also going to read this book, once again, by Cassandra Clare, and this is Ghosts of the Shadow Market. And this is a collection of short stories by Cassandra Clare and then like some other authors. So then yeah, I'll be caught up, you guys. Once I get these 2 books done, I'll definitely be prepared to head into the Last Hours, Chain of Gold, whatever the whole thing is called. I'll definitely be prepared to start that book when it comes out, and yeah, I'll just be all caught up with all of Cassandra Clare's books, you guys. I'm looking over here at my shelf. I have like a whole freaking shelf lined up with all of Cassandra Clare's books. And yeah, I haven't mentioned what these books are even about. I mean, there are so many freaking books, you guys. There's so many freaking books that she's wrote, but they're all part of her Shadowhunter universe. So yeah, if you don't know what the Shadowhunter universe is about, it's just a bunch of teenagers that have angelic powers. They fight demons, vampires, werewolves, fairies, that sort of thing. And then the only other book that I'm going to be reading, kind of just sporadically, especially while I'm reading The Walking Dead, I'm going to be reading this collection of short stories by Nathaniel Hawthorne. The reason I'm going to be reading this book just kind of randomly and sporadically, especially while I'm reading The Walking Dead, like I mentioned, it just mostly has to do with my work schedule, because I have a little bit of free time that I can kind of read at certain points during my work schedule. But yeah, because these graphic novels are so freaking huge, I don't want to cart those to work with me. You know what I mean? They're just too heavy, too bulky. I don't want to take them to work with me. So I figured on the days that I need to, I will take this book with me. That way I'm still reading, but I'm not carting along a big gigantic book, you know what I mean? So I figured this would be a great book to take with me, and yeah, like I said, it's a short story collection by Nathaniel Hawthorne. I love Nathaniel Hawthorne, you guys. My first short story person that I like, I love Edgar Allan Poe. I am a huge fan of Edgar Allan Poe. So yeah, after Edgar Allan Poe, I love Nathaniel Hawthorne. I've not read all of his works of short fiction. I mean, obviously I've read something like The Scarlet Letter. I love The Scarlet Letter. And yeah, I've read a good chunk of his short stories, and every time I've read them, I love them. So yeah, I can't wait to get this thing read and have, you know, all of his short stories in one collection. He's just such a compelling, interesting writer. You can compare him to Poe. He's like Poe, but in, like, you know, some different ways, because he writes about different things compared to Poe. Because, you know, Poe was more about, like, the gothic horror, and yeah, Nathaniel Hawthorne has a bit of a different style compared to that, but he is still just as amazing as Poe. So yeah, if you love Poe, you'll probably love Nathaniel Hawthorne, to be quite honest. Guys, that is it for my very gigantic TBR for February and March. I know it looks like a lot, especially because the Walking Dead books are over 1,000 pages apiece, but like I said, I can get each compendium done within like a week and a half, because I know how quickly I can read a graphic novel, especially these, how I read them last time. So you guys, my TBR, love it, hate it? Have you read any of these books? Do you plan on reading any of them? And what do you plan on reading in the next month or two? Just let me know what you're reading. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye guys.